This Gambian military man has confessed at the TRRC hearing in the Gambia that he personally shot some of the 44 innocent Ghanaians under the firm instructions of the then president of the Gambia, Yahya Jammeh.
Moving, follow the track. As the victim went to a point, it appears like it was the brink of a ditch. Automatically he stopped. When he stopped, that was the time Solo put the torchlight from behind me and said, shoot, shoot. I had no choice, I had to shoot, but from there I came back and sat in the vehicle.
Meanwhile, another officer has also confessed that he accepted 100 euros from one of the victims and still went ahead to spend the money after the victim was shot and killed.
The last person,
yes,
who gave you the 100 euros, what happened to him?
He was finished by Sana Manjang.
And what happened to the 100 euros?
I ate it.
Before we continue with the story, please don't forget to like this video, share, and then put your comment in the comment section as you have always done. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel. The Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission's hearing, that's the TRRC hearing, has been ongoing in the Gambia about the gruesome murder of 44 innocent Ghanaian citizens who were thought to be mercenaries. Former President of the Gambia, Yahya Jammeh, ordered his soldiers to slaughter these 44 innocent Ghanaian men because he thought they were mercenaries who were out to topple his administration. Now, one military man has confessed at the TRRC hearing that he personally shot some of the 44 Ghanaians. Let us go and watch the video of how he confessed his crime at the TRRC hearing in the Gambia.
The killing of the so-called mercenaries.
Before that killing of those mercenaries, I was on that attitude of running away from the work area, and information was sent that was reference to Haruna Jammeh that I suspected, and I raised that in this investigation, and I believe the investigation is reached to a conclusion.
And then?
No.
And then did you have occasion to be called out to go and participate in another mission?
This was the one that you are talking about, which they quoted as the mercenaries.
Yes.
I was in Kanilai. As they found me in Kanilai, surprisingly, in that very night, it was said that it was an emergency falling for a patrol. But it was so hastily done because I finally believe that, maybe the commanders were getting in touch with the vehicles that were coming from Combo. That's why they had to rush up everything.
Proceed.
We left from Kanilai. I was in Solo's vehicle again.
Can you explain what falling means? Not everybody here understands military language.
To gather together militarily.
So can you tell us at Kanilai who was gathered together?
At Kanilai, at this time, the team was increased from the previous 4 to 5 men, that is Tumbulo, Solo, Manjang, myself, Jeng.
Let's get it clearly. Solo would be Solo Bojang.
Yes, sir.
Manjang would be Sana Manjang. Jeng would be
Aliwu Jeng.
And who else?
Tumbul Tamba. Myself, Malik Jata. And that was the previous team.
Yes.
But at this point in time, it was increased. We have the inception of Michael Jata. We have Mfazu Nyabali. We have Mustafa Sane.
And Mustafa Sane. Good. So this group, what were they told when they all gathered together?
We gathered and they said it was an emergency patrol. We have to go out. So it was all on a rush.
And how did you have to go out? Tell us how you were dressed and what did you carry, if any?
We were dressed in military or in combat order, and we were having our firearms.
What does combat order mean?
Completely prepared on combat outfit.
Completely prepared for battle?
For battle, of course. In combat, that's why I said combat outfit.
That's right. We want to break it down so people would understand. So you are dressed in battle-ready outfit, and you had your weapons.
Yes, sir.
And what happened after that?
We boarded the vehicles, and they hastily pulled out when we were coming out of Woni, as I have described, Woni to be the area in which the former president's compound is located. You know, just coming out of the gate, we saw a convoy of vehicles with full light heading from the other direction towards our area. Then Solo came close to the edge of the park where, you know, the festival used to take place, took a bend to the left, headed towards the south, that is getting into customers from around the graveyard of the village.
At this stage, was there any form of communication between your group and the convoy you saw approaching?
I wouldn't be sure. I wouldn't know what was the communication like, but I believe the commanders were in touch, and this could have put them to that hasty, you know, rush.
From what you saw, did it appear that there was coordination between the two groups?
It was.
It was coordination?
There was coordination.
Okay. And proceed, please.
Then from there, he drove. It was a long drive into customers by that bush track that joined Kanilai from their graveyard area, you know. We from Kanilai did not know what was the mission about. So it was like when he came to a halt and the other vehicles were following him that were coming from Combo N in that convoy, also followed when he took that bunch behind.
So you knew that you were crossing the border into Casamas?
At that time, I did not know that the border was so close to the fence. Because I told you that, you know, we were not very familiar with the ground. It was later when I come to realize that there was something like around, it's not a pole, but it's something a little bit raised that was just on a line, you know, alongside the fence of the former president. That was pointed to me that this was the border. But the road that was next to the fence was just after that, you know, mark. So at that time, I wouldn't know that we were going to Casamas. It was after all when I realized that this is the border and it was identified to me, I knew that we have been to Casamas.
Okay. And tell us what happened when you arrived at your destination in Casamas.
When he pulled to a halt, I came from the car. It's like I did not know what was going on. As I come from the car, he has already gone down and went behind. So as I was approaching, going towards him behind, you know, his vehicle was the lead car. So I had to come backwards to know what's going on. In that movement, I saw him pushing somebody and said to me, "Aha, escort him." Then he pointed to a truck to the left. So the victim was to lead. I was behind him, and he solo behind me. And he said, "Just continue moving. Follow the truck." As the victim went to a point, it appears like it was the brink of a ditch. Automatically, he stopped. When he stopped, that was the time Solo put the torchlight from behind me and said, "Shoot, shoot." I had no choice. I had to shoot. But from there, I came back and sat in the vehicle.
Let's get it slowly. What did you shoot at?
I shot at the victim.
You killed him?
Yes, sir.
And then what did you do after that?
I came back and sat in the vehicle. I was traumatized, confused. You know, I cannot even explain the mood. While I was in the vehicle, I heard a voice from behind saying, "Jesus, save us. Jesus, help us." And this was being said constantly. All of a sudden, I heard somebody running from the back, and shots were fired from the back with shoutings, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." So I saw this man came up to close to my vehicle, and he took a branch to the right. If I was in the mood to shoot, he wouldn't have escaped me. But I was then completely fed up. I will only act where I have no chance to survive. When he bent to the right, he didn't go even more than 20 meters from the car, and he went down. He lay down flat on his belly. I was looking at him. I never said a word. I never engaged him.
Did he say a word?
He said something. It was like, is it two or two? He said a word which I cannot remember anyway.
Do you know the language he used?
I don't know the language.
Was it a foreign language to you?
It obviously would not be a Gambian language.
And then what happened?
And then after that, that truck I was, directed to escort the past victim. They were going. Men were also, escorting others using that truck, but I will be hearing their shots.
You were hearing their what?
Shots.
Shots.
Yes, sir.
So as you were there, orders were being executed?
Yes, sir. I was sitting in the vehicle.
And who was executing these people?
These were members of the patrol team, and I could remember seeing a driver there that was not part of the patrol team.
Okay, give us the names of the people who were there shooting.
Actually, I cannot tell you who were exactly shooting because it was in the night. I would know that, they have passed to go when I was seated. But I'm telling you, I was in a very frustrated situation at that time, and I was sitting in the car. But that the shooting was taking place, I know that shooting was taking place because I could hear the shots from the direction at which I was, led to by Solo.
At this stage, where was Sana Manjang?
Sana was part of that convoy.
At this stage where, after the killing of the person you shot, you were now sitting in the car, where was Sana Manjang?
He was busy going up and down with these people.
Participating in the execution?
Fully, sir.
How about Solo Bojang?
The same thing.
How about Aliu Jeng?
Aliu Jeng was on board that day, but I'm telling you that I cannot tell you exactly that I saw this man passing. I will only hear their shots and see their shadows going in the darkness.
Was he sitting in the vehicle with you?
Not the same vehicle with me.
Did you see him remain in a vehicle?
No. I think after my shooting, I was the only one sitting in the vehicle prior to the completion of that assignment.
Everybody else was down.
Everybody else was down.
We have a different version of events from other participants, and I will read out from a statement by one of your colleagues, and you will tell us whether it is true or false. The witness said as follows: "We first took 15 out of the lots to Kanilai and handed them over to Sana Manjang and Malik Jata, who were the ones firing anytime we brought them near the well. We returned back for a second trip, which was also 15 people, to Kanilai and handed them over again to Sana Manjang and Malik Manga. The remaining people we left behind were executed by Kausu Kamara Bombardier, Bailo, Musa Baji, and Major Sajo Jaju, alias Hitler, and their dead bodies were later found at Ghana town near Burfoot." So this witness is saying that the first batch that was brought was handed over to Sana Manjang and you, who are the people doing the shooting. Is that and you, who are the people doing the shooting? Is that wrong?
I have never received, this victim from anybody. I was a lance corporal and there were commanders. One, he is wrong. I fear the fact that he may be trying to cover up somewhere that he has acted. I will not sit in the face of the whole world to lie here. I tell you that I will not use the Quran for a mockery, and I have explained my part. But yes, I would like that individual to also stand and explain what he has done.
We would come to that. We would come to that. The question is, did you shoot more than one person?
I shot only one person, and in that frustration, I came and shot this person who escaped. I can't say I saved him because I did not mention about him until when I am called upon in this investigation. At the time of my arrest, I made it clear. I mentioned it. That was some 2 years back, 2.5 years back.
So you're suggesting you could have killed the person, but you let the person escape?
Yes, sir. If I was to engage him at 20 meters, sir, I will not miss my target.
We have information that, yes, indeed, one person escaped. It's a Ghanaian called Kieri. That is confirmed. The person has visited Gambia several times. But do you know how many people have been killed?
I don't know actually how many people were killed because in my moment of trauma, I would not be there to be counting. But there were several shots fired. And this particular witness, if you ask him, he will tell you that he escaped through the right of the convoy, not the left. If he is the guy, he escaped through the right of the convoy and he was just barely less than 20 meters away from me. I was in the vehicle. He may not know that there was somebody in that lead car, but I was sitting down watching at him. If I was up to shooting him, he wouldn't move.
So in total, you don't know how many people were killed?
I don't know how many people, but I know the number of men brought that day for killing was more than 7.
Well, we have received information that there were 2 batches of 15 who were brought for execution that same night.
In your mentioning of the second batch, you made mention of Malik Manga.
I know that. I noticed the difference.
I
noticed the difference. The first one was handed over to Sana Manjang and Malik Jata. The second one to Sana Manjang and Malik Manga.
It's a fabrication. Malik Manga was never a driver to our patrol team.
The witness did not say Malik Manga was a driver. Is it possible that the witness meant to, in fact, say Malik Jata?
That is where I am saying that, he said it's me for the second time, or?
No, that would be clarified. That would be clarified with the witness when the witness appears. The important thing here, Mr. Jata, is you have participated in those killings. Whether it is one person, whether it is 7 people.
I have participated, and I'm up to telling you that I have participated, Council, sir.
That's right. So we just want to get the facts so that the people would know that this is exactly what happened. All right? But did you actually see the physical handover of these victims?
Nay. What happened was that when we were coming from Kanilai, from Wode, we saw this convoy heading towards the gate. So when Solo took a branch to the left, heading to Casamas, then we did not even knew that there were these victims. The person who gave this information, I'm afraid, may not get it correct, you know.
This place you said is in Casamas.
It's in Casamas, of course.
Would you be able to recognize this place again?
This is my problem today. I have said that, you know, that is my only dismay in my whole testimony. I wish I am able to remember and I am able to locate this person. I will accomplish my statement. I have gone further to indicate that I will be ready to stand and, bear witness of whatever information I have given to the Gambian people against the former president. So in order to accomplish my evidence, would have been my pleasure. But circumstances naturally would not favor me to be able to remember that.
And the victims, how were they disposed of?
Now, at that point, at the brink of that ditch, which appears like a ditch in front, if you shoot from behind, the guy goes straight. The shot will force him direct into that ditch.
What kind of a ditch was that?
I suppose it may be an old well, because this leaching can take place to widen the brink of a well along the time due to rainfall.
Did they physically carry the victims and put them in the well, or the victims just fell in the well? or the victims just fell in the well automatically?
I would lie to you if I want to say that, but what I know is that when I shot, the guy just went into the ditch. So when I came back, they are shooting, I was not there. But I believe they must have brought these guys also in the same manner I was ordered to escort this man.
After these killings, did you discuss with any one of them what happened there?
When we were on our way back, I asked again, who are these people? It was said to me by Solo that these are mercenaries that were arrested somewhere in Combo by the NIA.
And
we didn't discuss anything further.
did they mention any other names as having been involved?
So far, it was not at this time.
Can you tell us which patrol teams were involved in this particular operation?
I believe two of the patrol teams, if there would be an absentee, maybe Bombardier's patrol team, because I did not see him in person.
Orakoli?
Orakoli was present.
Manlafikor?
Malafikor, I cannot remember seeing him.
I have read out a statement to you from one of the witnesses, which suggests that there was another group of the patrol team which executed some other people in Brufut, in Ghana town. Are you aware of that?
I suspected.
Tell us how you came to have that suspicion.
That suspicion, during my interaction with Bailo in Kanilai, I have completely forgotten to give that information. He explained this to me that, in that execution, Musa Baji was even negligent until one of the victims was almost taking his rifle from him. They had to help to save their own team from the effect of that man getting the rifle from Musa Baji. But this was a narration, and I did not witness it.
Did
he can stand and say,
in
I did not
narration,
tell him.
in that narration, did he say what happened to those people?
He said they were killed and they dropped them on the roadside. But after that operation also, I had him mention about where Sanamanjan took somebody to this place, is it Tintiba or Santamba? I had that on the on rumors, but that incident of Sanamanjan taking that man also found me at the school. This particular person, I believe, escaped from them, Bombardier's team, and he was sliced series of times. And I think he escaped.
By sliced, you mean cut?
Cut.
Where was he
Deep
cut?
cuts.
Where?
All over the body. He was, arrested by some people around, is it Kankurang or which village exactly, I cannot remember. But Sana came with the man up to the school where we were and found me with Bailo. There I left them. People were surrounding the man. I left them and I was at the Taj house. But after that, I did not see Sana and I did not see Bailo. Where they have taken this man, I did not know. Until recently in my detention, I heard Bailo mentioning that Sana took him to Santamba and cut him into pieces. I did not know how Bailo knew that Sana took him to Santamba. I was left at the Taj house because when people were surrounding that man there, you could not watch the man. Your feelings would not allow you to watch the man.
What was his national?
I don't know his national.
His nationality, first of all. So, when you returned to Kanilai after this operation, did you guys talk about it?
No. We were advised previously not to even discuss these issues amongst us.
Did you later hear statements about killings of foreign nationals in the country?
During my detention, I heard it that, it was Ghanaians who were traveling on backway and got arrested here. But I cannot tell the full story. because I would hear people just discussing it. At the time the information was in the media and on the public media, I was not then completely free to be watching myself.
Why was that?
I am under detention.
No, I mean, okay, that group that you belong to, these junglers, or these members of the patrol team, or the black, or the black scorpions, after this killing, were there any arrangements that were made for you in terms of how you were accommodated?
Nay.
Didn't you move to a house?
It was only a house that was given around Kotu in an observation of the rumor, the coup plot rumor of 2006 after this incident.
Whose house was that?
This was the late Baba Job's house, I believe. I don't know, officially who it belongs to, but I heard also that Baba Job owns that compound.
And this was now a house dedicated for the junglers, correct?
Well, how I will call it.
If you're a Ghanaian and you heard when the incident took place, and probably you have also seen some of these videos and some of the confessions made by some of the military men who participated in these particular atrocities, I know all of us are traumatized. Please feel free to put your comments in the comment section and tell us what you think. What should the government of Ghana do? What action do you expect of the Ghana government to take against Yahya Jammeh for taking the lives of these innocent Ghanaian men? And also, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The channel's name is GHPage Radio Extra. We are always grateful for your participation in our videos. Thank you very much.